Okay, good morning students. In continuation of last video, we'll see the chemical properties of alkynes. Okay, here chemical properties means alkynes mainly involved in electrophilic addition reactions and electrophilic addition reaction, free radical addition reaction, along with these are involved in nucleophilic addition reactions. It involves in all the types of addition reactions. We'll discuss all those addition reactions in continuation. And one more thing, okay, here I want to explain the one first important property of these alkynes, especially one alkynes. The chemical property of one alkyne. One alkyne is nothing but triple bond is present at first carbon. Okay, triple bond is present at first carbon. That property is called as acidic nature of one alkynes. One alkyne exhibits the acidic nature. What is the meaning of acidic nature? The molecule which lose H plus ion. The molecule which lose H plus ion, we consider acid. We consider that molecule as an acid. We consider that molecule an acid. Here, one alkyne means I am taking example for one alkyne. This is the one alkyne. Ethyl, acetylene. One alkyne. Okay, C triple bond CH. This is also one alkyne, one propyne. One butane, one pentane, one hexane, all those are the best example for the one alkyne. One alkynes have acidic nature. Why one alkynes have acidic nature? Here we will see the reason. Carbon, triple bond carbon. Here this is the sp hybridizing carbon. sp hybridizing carbon. Okay, here carbon bond length is 1.20 angstroms only. Okay, in carbon single bond 1.54 angstroms, carbon double bond 1.36 angstroms. Compared to the double bond and compared to the single bond, okay, triple bond has very less. Okay, here very less bond length between two carbon atoms. Due to the less bond length between two carbon atoms, these two carbon atoms are more attracted each other. Due to the very short bond length. Okay, these two carbon atoms, sp hybridized carbon atoms. Okay, what we call having greater attraction forces between them. Due to greater attraction forces between two carbon atoms, the electronegativity of carbon atom, the electronegativity of this triple bonded carbon atom increases. By increasing the electronegativity of these triple bonded carbon atoms, these electrons transfer towards carbon, hydrogen electrons transfer towards carbon. Then it loses in the form of H plus ion. Before only I said which lose H plus ion we considered as an acid. It loses the H plus ion and form the acetylide ion. Due to these reasons, okay, one alkynes exhibit the acidic nature. One is, okay, here electronegativity of sp carbon is more than the sp2 carbon, sp3 carbon, and why electronegativity is more, bond length is less. That's why electronegativity is more. It loses H plus ion and form the acetylide ion. Due to the formation of acetylide ion also, okay, we consider this acetylene or one propyne we call as an acid. Okay, any evidences are there for this? Just here I want to give the evidences for this. Okay, one of the fundamental property of an acid is when an acid reacts with metal, okay, it liberates hydrogen gas. This is the fundamental property of an acid. Okay, here I am taking hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is the acid. It's a well-known acid. Already we know about this one. It reacts with sodium. Okay, it reacts with sodium, forms sodium chloride and liberates hydrogen gas. This is the fundamental property. I said acetylene is acid. Acetylene is an acid. Okay, if it is an acid, it also liberates hydrogen gas. We'll check now. Okay, CH, triple bond, CH reacts with sodium metal. What happens here? CH, triple bond, CNA. This is sodium acetylide and releases half mole hydrogen gas. Releases half mole hydrogen gas. This is the, here it releases hydrogen gas now, so it is considered as an acid. This is the evidence for the explanation of acidic nature of one alkyne. And one more is there, it easily reacts with the Tollens reagent. We'll see in continuation what is the meaning of Tollens reagent. Okay, it easily reacts with the Fehling's reagent. Tollens reagent and Fehling's reagent. What is the Tollens reagent and Fehling's reagent? Okay. First step, to take the silver nitrate, add NaOH, forms silver hydroxide precipitate. This is ash colored PPT. Silver hydroxide precipitate, this is ash colored precipitate. This was dissolved in ammonia solution. This was dissolved in ammonia solution, forms ammonical silver nitrate. Ammonical silver nitrate solution. This ammonical silver nitrate solution we call as Tollens reagent. What is the chemical name of Tollens reagent? Ammonical silver nitrate solution we called as Tollens reagent. Ammonical silver nitrate solution we called as Tollens reagent. Okay, here Fehling's reagent. See, here we have two Fehling's reagent, Fehling's A reagent, Fehling's B reagent. Fehling's A reagent and Fehling's B reagent. Fehling's A reagent means copper sulfate and concentrate sulfuric acid. Copper sulfate and concentrate sulfuric acid we called as Fehling's A reagent. And here sodium potassium tartarate. Okay, here I am explaining Fehling's B. Sodium potassium tartarate we called this one Rochelli salt. This we called Rochelli salt along with the sodium hydroxide. This mixture we called, okay, here I am writing structure of Rochelli salt, COONA, COOK, sodium potassium tartarate, OH, H. This is we called Rochelli salt. Okay, this is Fehling's A solution, this is Fehling's B solution. By mixing both the two, we called as Fehling's A and we called as Fehling's solution. Fehling's solution. Okay, see the reaction with Fehling's solution and Tollens reagent. What compounds are formed? Okay, here I am taking acetylene, CH, triple bond, CH. First with Tollens reagent. Tollens reagent. Tollens reagent contains Ag plus ions. Silver nitrate na Ag plus ions. This reacts with acetylene reacts with Tollens reagent and forms this molecule. Two Ag plus ions attack here and releases hydrogen. And releases or liberates hydrogen gas. This we called disilver acetylide. Disilver acetylide. This is white precipitate. This is one more evidence for the explanation of acidic nature of an acid. Then in continuation we will see the one more reaction. CH acetylene reacts with Fehling's reagent. Failing reagent contains Cu plus 2 ions. Cu plus 2 ions. Okay, cupric sulfate na Cu plus 2 ions are present here. You take here 4 moles. Okay, here also 4 moles. We'll get here Cu, Cu. Dicuprous acetylide. We'll get this one dicuprous acetylide. This is red color precipitate. Okay, this formation of dicuprous acetylide, formation of disilver acetylide, liberation of hydrogen gas. These are the important evidences for the acidic nature of one alkynes. Acidic nature of one alkynes. Okay, these are the 3 important evidences for the acidic nature of one alkynes. This is the one important chemical property of one alkynes or alkynes. Then we move into the common chemical properties of alkynes. Common chemical properties of alkynes. Common chemical properties of alkynes. Okay, first one, hydrogenation. Hydrogenation is nothing but addition of hydrogen. You take any alkyne, just add hydrogen. First add hydrogen. This is ethyne. Okay, addition with alkyne in presence of nickel. Okay, here add one hydrogen, here one add hydrogen. Okay, forms ethene. Okay, here also add one more hydrogen, here add one hydrogen, here add one hydrogen, forms ethane. See, the hydrogenation of alkyne gives alkene, and further hydrogenation of alkene gives ethane. This is we called as hydrogenation. Second one, we'll see the halogenation. You take here CH alkyne, add here Br2. Okay, Br2 in water, bromine water. We'll get here gem dihalides, CH double bond. Okay, here we get here CH, Cl here, sorry Br here, CH Br. We'll get here vicinal dihalides, vicinal dibromide or vicinal dibromo compound, or what we call 1,2 dibromo ethene. 1,2 dibromo ethene. Suppose for example, same reaction in bromine liquid only, not in water. Okay, bromine liquid. If you use the bromine liquid, what happens we'll see. Here H, here H, here Br, here Br, here Br, here Br. Tetrabromo compounds are found. 1,1, 2,2 tetrabromo ethane was found. That means in bromine water, okay, just alkenes are formed, dihaloalkenes are formed. Okay, in bromine liquid we'll get the here alkanes, tetrabromo alkanes are formed. Tetrabromo alkanes are formed. This is recorded as halogenation. Okay, next in continuation, hydrohalogenation. This hydrohalogenation proceeds through Marconi-Cox rule. Okay, in unsymmetrical alkynes, in symmetrical alkynes as usual, but in unsymmetrical alkynes it proceeds through Marconi-Cox rule or anti-Marconi-Cox rule. Marconi-Cox rule or anti-Marconi-Cox rule. First we will see the symmetrical alkenes. This is symmetrical alkyne added with HBr in presence of carbon tetrachloride as a solvent. What happens? We get here CH2 double bond CHBr. Again we add HBr. Here we get two types of compound. If H added here, we get CH3, CHBr, PR. This is we called gem dihalide. One more possibility is there. H added here, Br added here. That means CH2, Br, CH2, Br. This is vicinal dihalide. Two types of compounds are formed by the hydrohalogenation of symmetrical alkyne. It is a symmetrical alkyne. Two types of compounds. One is gem dihalides and other one is vicinal dihalides. Okay, yes, this is about the hydrohalogenation in symmetrical alkynes. Okay, unsymmetrical alkyne it proceeds from Marconi-Cox rule and anti-Marconi-Cox rule. We'll see one example for that. Okay, hydrohalogenation in unsymmetrical alkynes. Hydrohalogenation in unsymmetrical alkanes. Okay, here I am taking one simple unsymmetrical alkyne. This is the one unsymmetrical alkyne. 1-propene is the unsymmetrical alkyne. Unsymmetrical alkyne. Here I have HBr. Here I have HBr. In the presence of carbon tetrachloride, follows Marconi-Cox rule. Follows here Marconi-Cox rule. If you use hydrogen peroxide, sunlight, this anti-Marconi-Cox rule. Follows anti-Marconi-Cox rule. Okay, first, in presence of carbon tetrachloride, here CH3, CH double bond. Okay, CHBr. This is the one compound, and one more is there CH3, CHBr double bond CH2. Okay, this is the major compound according to Marconi-Cox rule, and this is the minor compound. Okay, according to the Marconi-Cox rule. Okay, here I am writing one more CH double bond CHBr. This is the major compound according to the Marconi-Cox anti-Marconi-Cox rule. CH3 CHBr double bond CH2. This is minor compound according to the anti-Marconi-Cox rule. What is the anti-Marconi-Cox rule? Okay, what is the Marconi-Cox rule? Okay, the negative part of the system should be attached to the carbon which has less number of hydrogens. We call as Marconi-Cox rule. More number of hydrogens we call as anti-Marconi-Cox rule. Anti-Markovnikov rule also called as Karash effect, okay, and peroxide effect. Already we know about that. Okay, I don't want to discuss about all the topics here. Just this is the hydrohalogenation in unsymmetrical alkenes. Next we will see the hydration. Already I explained mechanism also. Hydration in symmetrical alkynes. I already explained, this is one of the best example for nucleophilic addition reaction. This is electrophilic addition reaction. This is electrophilic addition reaction. This is free radical addition reaction. This is one of the best example for nucleophilic addition reaction. Addition with water. Hydration is nothing but addition with water. Okay, in symmetrical alkene. Okay, here is a symmetrical alkene. Add water. In the presence of 1% mercuric sulfate, 40% sulfuric acid. 1% mercuric sulfate, 40% sulfuric acid. Here it divided into H plus and OH minus. It is initiated with the nucleophile. So we call as nucleophilic addition reaction. And we get here CH2 double bond CH-OH. This is we called vinyl alcohol. This is an intermediate we called E-ol. This undergoes tautomerization. That means this hydrogen shift to here and forms CH3 CHO acetaldehyde. This is also one of the important chemical property of acetylene or alkynes. Okay, we'll see here in symmetrical alkene we get only one product, but in unsymmetrical alkenes. C, CH3, C triple bond, CH, add water under the same condition. Okay, here we get two compounds, CH3, C double bond O, CH3, we called acetone plus CH3, CH2, CHO, propanaldehyde. Already I gave mechanism in nucleophilic addition reaction. Okay, when we studied the types of organic reactions. Okay, if you want a mechanism, see in the reaction. This is about the hydration. So that is about the hydrohalogenation. Okay, in continuation, we'll see one more addition with hydrogen cyanide. You take acetylene, add hydrogen cyanide as usual. Okay, into the presence of sodium cyanide or cuprous cyanide or calcium cyanide. Same H plus Cn minus na. It is attached to nucleophile. It is also one of the nucleophilic addition reaction. And what we get? CH2 double bond CHCl. This is we called acrylonitrile or vinyl cyanide. Acrylonitrile or vinyl cyanide. This is the addition with water, addition with hydrogen cyanide, and addition with hydrobromic acid. Next in continuation, we'll see some more important chemical properties of alkynes. Polymerization. What is the meaning of polymerization? Okay, the conversion of monomer into polymer we called as polymerization. The conversion of monomer into polymer we called as polymerization. Okay, here I want to do the polymerization. Okay, here if two molecules involves in the if two molecules involves in the reaction, that we called dimerization. Three molecules involved in the reaction, we called trimerization. Four molecules involved in the reaction or polymerization reaction, we called tetramerization. First I will take the dimerization. Dimerization, here I am taking one molecule, one acetylene molecule, okay, reacts with another acetylene molecule, okay, another acetylene molecule. See here, carbon, hydrogen, carbon donate electrons, okay, towards this one, it get negative, it get positive. Okay, here also electron transferred from one atom to another atom. Here negative charge is there, negative charge reacts with positive. This hydrogen reacts with this one. See what happens. Okay, here H reacts now, we get CH2, double bond, CH, okay, C, triple bond, CH. This is vinyl, this is acetylene, we called vinyl acetylene. This is the dimer. This is the dimer. Dimerization. First one dimerization. Second one trimerization. Okay, trimerization means you take 3 moles of acetylene. Okay, these are the 3 moles of acetylene. 1, 2, 3. Pass red hot copper tubes or iron tubes. What happened? This pi electron transfer towards this carbon, this pi electron transfer towards this carbon, this pi electron transfer towards this carbon, and finally forms benzene. Finally forms benzene. This is the trimerization. We'll see tetramerization. Tetramerization means 4 molecules involved. See, CH triple bond CH, CH triple bond CH, CH triple bond CH, CH triple bond CH. 4 molecules involved. Okay, pass the nickel tetracyanide tubes, nickel tetracyanide tubes. What happened? This pi electron transferred here, this pi electron transferred here, this pi electron transferred here, this pi electron transferred here. Finally, we get this molecule. One, two, three, 4. All carbon atoms exhibit sp2 hybridization. This is we called as tetraene. This is we called as tetraene. Suppose, for example, in trimerization, here I am taking one more CH triple bond CH3, CH triple bond CH3, here CH3, C, CH3 triple bond. So one propine, take 3 moles of 1 propine, pass it through red hot copper tubes. Pass it through red hot copper tubes, will get this molecule CH3, 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 1,3,5 trimethyl benzene, 1,3,5 trimethyl benzene. This is also called mesitylene. 1,3,5 trimethyl benzene. Okay, if you take 1 propine, we'll get here 1,3,5 trimethyl benzene. 1,3,5 trimethyl benzene, also called as mesitylene. See, the polymerization, the dimerization of acetylene forms the vinyl acetylene. Okay, the trimerization of acetylene forms the benzene. The trimerization of 1 propine, okay, forms the mesitylene. The tetramerization of acetylene in the presence of nickel tetracyanide forms tetraene. Okay, this is about the polymerization and electrophilic addition. Okay, nucleophilic addition and free radical addition reactions of alkynes. In continuation, we'll see some more important reactions are there. Okay, in continuation we'll see those compounds, those reactions. Thank you.